Today we're checking a brand new firmware update for the Mavic 3 lineup of drones. We have some new features being added to the whole lineup, and then we have some features that are Mavic 3 Pro specific. So I'm really excited about all of these new changes, and let's get straight into it. So starting out first with the most important feature, which is called Vision Assist. Vision Assist is something that is so simple but absolutely blew my mind the first time I saw it. I have no idea why it wasn't implemented earlier, but it makes so much sense and I actually love it. So Vision Assist is a feature that enables the vision sensors of the drones, which, as we all know, the Mavic 3 has omnidirectional obstacle avoidance, and we have sensors all around the drone. And now the drone can use these sensors in black and white to show you a real picture of what the drone sees outside of the camera in real time. So with a simple swipe on the map, you can enable Vision Assist and you will see a black and white image of one of the sensors around the drone. You have 4 little arrows. You have one on the top, one on the bottom, one left and one right, and you can cycle between them by pressing these little arrows to see the different views around the drone, which is spectacular. And a great example for when Vision Assist makes sense to be used is when you're using the 3x or the 7x camera and you are doing, let's say, a semicircle around the building, and you want to make sure that you're not going to hit something from the side while doing this semicircle movement. When you do that, especially when you're zoomed in with one of these two lenses, you are kind of losing your peripheral vision because you're so zoomed in, and you obviously don't have a perfect idea where the drone is situated. So it's a lot easier to hit an obstacle, maybe a tree or something else on your way while you're doing this movement. So now you can enable Vision Assist from the settings, and you can just decide which direction you want to take a look at while you're doing that movement, so you're sure that you're not going to crash into something. The next new features that we have in this new firmware update are all regarding augmented reality, also known as AR. So first we have AR Return to Home. With this new feature, when enabled in the settings, you can see the path that the drone is going to take while getting back to the home point. So as soon as you enable this in the settings and you press the return to home button, the drone will start beeping just like any time before, but now you will see a green path showing the exact path that the drone will take to come back to its home point. Speaking about home, the home point is now available in augmented reality as well. We have AR home point, which is shown while you fly as a little H on the screen. You can easily spot that while you fly, so you know where you are situated compared to what you're seeing on the screen. That again makes it less disorienting for you as a pilot to know which way is home. It's one more way to not be stressed about your current location where the home point is. So now you can take advantage of looking at the map to see where you are compared to the drone. You can also take a look at the screen directly so you can see the H, so you know where you are exactly. And finally, from this new AR feature, we have AR Aircraft Shadow, which is again augmented reality in action, showing you a visible shadow of the drone as you approach the landing position. The drone is showing its potential shadow. It's not a real shadow, but it is in AR, and it gets bigger and bigger the closer you are to the ground. So you can take advantage of this new feature just to be sure that where you're landing is safe and you are not going to hit something on the way down, or you're not going to land on something that is sketchy or, you know, not being appropriate for landing. So this new AR shadow of the aircraft is a pretty cool feature that works every single time you start landing. The next feature we have from this firmware is Frame Guide. And Frame Guide is a pretty cool feature that allows you to kind of take advantage of different framing possibilities if you're shooting a specific shot for something, for a specific platform that has specific dimensions, such as Instagram. That's the easiest example I can give. If you're shooting something that you want to use in, let's say, 9:16, or you want to crop a photo later in 4:5 for Instagram, you can easily turn on Frame Guide from the camera settings, and then you will see the dimensions of this exact frame that you have selected. You have a lot of different options when it comes to which frame you're looking for, whether you're shooting for video content that is going to be played on a phone, if you're shooting in cinematic aspect ratio, if you're shooting for Instagram, like I said, 9:16 and 4:5 for photos. These are just guides that will be applied on top of your footage. They are not going to affect your footage in any way. They're just guides so you know how to frame your shots afterwards. And finally, we have lens protection switch, which is another feature that we've been needing for so long, especially if you're shooting something that requires going through, let's say, a layer of fog, or you're shooting over the clouds. When you go over the fog or over the clouds and you want to take the drone down and land it, sometimes you have some problems with the vision positioning system because it detects an obstacle underneath and doesn't want to go through the clouds. So now we have this lens protection switch that is kind of buried in the settings, and I wouldn't really advise you to turn it off unless you really need to. That's sometimes will be handy to have also for situations where, for example, you're landing on a boat or you're landing in, in a passing vehicle, something like that, that is quite dangerous. And for that, every split second is important. So if you know what you're doing, you want to grab your drone while it's landing without that little hesitation that it has before actually landing on the ground, you can turn off the lens protection switch, and then you can easily grab the drone. Just make sure that you know what you're doing, because obviously you can cut your fingers, you can do some damage on yourself or some other people. So this is only going to be useful for such scenarios where you're, doing something more dangerous, I would say. So now we have two more features that are only for the Mavic 3 Pro. So Mavic 3 Pro and Mavic 3 Pro Cine only. And the number one thing which I'm super excited about is the fact that the 7X lens now supports 10-bit video and can shoot in DLOG-M and HLG. This is huge for this lens, as this has been my number one complaint for this lens, the fact that it shoots great video and it has that great compression, but it's not just that much useful because it only shoots a normal color profile in 8-bit. Well, now that's not the case anymore. Now we have 10-bit video, we can grade the footage, we have DLOG-M or HLG, depending on what you need. You can enable those settings the same way as you do on the 3X lens. And now another thing which I'm super happy about is the fact that they are going to shoot the same type of video. The 3X and the 7X lens will not be different anymore. You can apply DLOG-M to both of them and have the same consistent look in your video, and that's huge because previously we had 3 different color profiles on the 3 different lenses of the Mavic 3 Pro, so it was pain in the ass to grade. Now it's a lot easier, and you can actually shoot everything in HLG, for example, with all the 3 lenses. You will have a very consistent look that will not be hard to grade at all. You will have the same grading possibilities on all of the 3 lenses, which is huge for me, and I'm super happy about that. And the final thing that we have from this firmware update, that is again only for the Mavic 3 Pro, is that the 3X medium telephoto camera now supports night mode video, master shots, quick shots, and spherical panorama. Those are things that we've seen before. Now they're available on the 3X medium telephoto lens as well. So that's it for today's video. Let me know if you guys have enjoyed it by clicking on the like button, and subscribe down below if you want to see more videos like this one. This is Mike from Drone Supremacy. It's been a real pleasure. I'll catch you in the next one. Take care and goodbye.